Second day of making my videos. I wish I slept more. I was up editing until 5 a.m. I literally watched the sunrise. So yeah, I'm gonna start brushing my teeth, my hair, and then I'll make the bed again. Now that I have that done, I am going to get breakfast, and then I will come back, make my bed, and get clothes on, and then do my makeup. So this is my makeup routine. I am starting out with the NYX Fix Stick. It is a lighter shade of concealer. I unfortunately do sing while I do my makeup. And I just go over some of the spots on my face and I let it sit. And I go in with this pot concealer and the little concealer brush and I put it under my eyes. Since it's a little bit more peachy, it does kind of cancel out my darker under eyes. And once I finish applying the under eye concealer, I blend out my spot concealer. This does take a bit. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I always use this as like brightening my under eyes because it is much too light for me. So you can see I placed this in the inner corner under my eye, on the sides of my nose, and then on my forehead. This is the LYS bronzer stick. I think I have mine in Harmony, which is kind of a little bit too dark for me, but I only apply a little bit so it lasts me longer and it blends out really well. Super creamy, I highly recommend. It's not even sticky. I noticed some like stick-based products tend to get a little like chunky or sticky. So I put it on like my temples, put it on my cheekbones, and then eventually put it on like the sides of my jawline. This is my Fenty Beauty foundation. I have worn this for like 2 or 3 years now. It is like, I think it's the second foundation I ever bought. It was the first time I ever like splurged on makeup. I only do a couple of dots and then blend it out with what it's labeled as a kabuki brush. I currently don't have a beauty blender. My last beauty blender was put in the mouth of my grandparents' dog, so I have to go get one soon. But I do kind of like the kabuki brush. It does create more of like a lightweight, thin layer of foundation. And then this is me doing a second round of bronzer because the foundation does kind of take away a little bit of the bronzer that I originally put on. Now this is my go-to cheek duo. I think it's also NYX Jumbo Stick in their like rose gold highlighter type color. And I do more of like a rust based blush because I kind of use it as like a bronzer. I don't really like the pink blushes on me. I just don't think they look good. I tried to save most of the process because I put it a little higher on my cheekbones and I blend it towards my nose. I like the majority of the color being like high on my cheeks. I do have a very round face, I think, and like a little bit of face fat, so it does help with not necessarily minimizing that. I just think it accentuates everything else a little bit better. This time I did put highlighter on my nose and my inner corners, which isn't something I usually do. This is my eyeshadow palette. I always love the smaller palettes. I feel like I use the same colors And so all I need is like one or two staple palettes compared to when I was in like middle school buying palettes with like 50 different colors in them. I remember like my dream palette was the James Charles palette, and thank God I never got that because you would have seen terrible, terrible makeup looks. So most of the time I just put like a warmer brown shade all over my eyelid and like a darker shade towards the outer edge. I don't do any particular shape. This is a brown eyeliner. I like to use this on the top of my lash line and just bring it in because I don't like fully lining with a liquid liner, and I just feel like it softens whatever's going on my eyes a lot more. And then I put it under my eyes just a little bit. This is my liquid eyeliner. To be totally honest, I am kind of an eyeliner pro. I tried to do a much thinner wing this time because I used to do the thickest eyeliner wings on earth, and eventually I just kind of learned that it wasn't necessary, and the thinner ones are not only easier to take off, but they just look better, and it makes the entire look just a little bit more elegant, a little more cute, rather than something so gaudy and like, I don't know, it just seemed a bit dramatic. I'm not saying that people with big eyeliner don't look good. It's just, it took me a while to figure out what makeup worked really well for my face. Oh, and this is my brow product. I don't do any gels or anything. I just color in whatever is like lighter on my brows, and I only do really like the tail ends. I don't like having super dark brows, and I think my shape is pretty good. I just need to pluck out all the little strays. You can see in this close-up, my face looks a little naked, even though I have all this makeup on. So to pull it all together, I will finish off a little bit of like nose contouring, which I don't usually do. I really don't. But it just adds a bit more dimension to my makeup look because I tend to look, I think, flat in a way, very 2D, because I was always scared of contour and I always felt like it looked muddy. And here I'm going to add a little bit more blush. I used to make my only form of nose contour just blush on my nose, but like in a vertical linear form, which worked out pretty well, but I think adding the little bits of bronzer on the sides is also very helpful. Urban Decay, I love my Urban Decay setting spray. It will make everything stay. First, I am going to go in with like not a setting powder per se. It's essentially like a powder, or I guess like a finishing powder. It's close to my skin tone, but it's also neutralizing how bright my under eyes are and just smoothing out the pores and everything and reducing oiliness. This is a much lighter setting powder. It is literally plain white, but it comes out translucent, and I think this one does pretty well with keeping my makeup in place. Finally, my lashes, well, not finally, but pretty much finally. I take quite a bit to like curl them, and I start at the base, go up with the mascara because I don't like them to be super chunky. And so far, I have a really great way of just having these natural wispy lashes, almost. And there you go. You see my face looks less naked now that I have lashes on. It kind of just pulls all of the look together, which is really nice. Finally get to go in with my setting spray. I love the sound of that. Oh, I did have to use like a letter to fan my face. I don't have any hand fans, like I said, so it took a bit. Lip liner, I usually don't use any sort of lip liners or like lip products. I just go straight in with a lip oil. But when I finished off the lip liner and I went in with my lip oil, oh my gosh, it really pulled it together. And the lip liner wasn't like that much different from my natural lip color, so I think that was the key to it. And here's the final makeup look. I just made it to my team meeting. This is our shop. Super cute. We have a Chipotle set up for our team meeting. So people can either make mini tacos or they can have bowls. My boss just went to go get utensils and stuff because they did not give them. So that was fun. Yeah. I just got done with my walk. I am going to get changed because this isn't the most comfortable to lounge around in. And yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do just yet. Probably gonna start editing this video and play a couple of games, and I will take clips of that. I have teleported. That's not true, I just moved to a different room. This is my little, not my little office setup. This is where I'm set up in general. My water. This is not my laptop. That whole mess of wires and everything is my setup. I just tripped on wires. I am currently trying to hand over some clips to my lovely friend Riley. Love you, Riley. You're awesome. And search up how to multiple select and upload clips on the MacBook, because I'm not used to a MacBook. I'm so used to Windows. And I'm gonna be playing games while I'm editing the video, because sometimes the video takes a bit to like load up my clips. And yeah, currently playing Baldur's Gate. My druid build is in owlbear form because why not? Yeah, I kind of give up on editing just for a little bit. Just got off a call with Riley. So great feedback from a professional. Thank you so much. Some of the things I'm going to try to implement that he told me is being more, well, first of all, my phone orientation. Since this is like my first time doing videos and stuff, I'm definitely going to try and do landscape as he suggested. Since I am doing YouTube videos, I don't understand where I got the portrait idea from. I would upload these to like TikTok and Instagram, but I feel like YouTube is just more friendly for it, especially since I think it's going to be longer content, and I'm not going to make people sit through 5-second clips of like a 1-minute TikTok. That's just not my thing. So I'm going to work on that. Also going to work on just getting more clips. Hopefully I can make the videos a little bit longer, because I feel like I can add more to my day. I can get creative. It'll be a great way for me to be this like Swiss Army knife person. Hey, maybe I'll learn how to salsa or line dance. I don't know, but I am going to try to add more to the videos and just get more comfortable with editing. I think placing the clips, how to time them, how long they should be, stuff like that, transitions. I'm still getting used to all that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to work on the next day, because today is already all recorded. But I just wanted to share a little bit of that. I just finished off playing Baldur's Gate, not the entire game, but my today's run of it. I look so greasy now. My makeup did not really, the base and stuff lasted, it just got really oily. So I gotta figure out how to deal with that. Honestly, I was super surprised because I rolled a critical success on a very, very difficult roll. And this was first try, like no buffs, whatever. I was like, hello? Yeah, I feel like my build in this playthrough is really good. When I finish this one off, I'm starting a new one because I play a lot of like magic characters, and I want to try to do a more physical build. So yeah. So walking back to my room, I ended up spilling the water by the desk. Thankfully nothing bad happened, but it landed on 2 different laptops and my phone was just playing a TikTok on repeat. It was the Starman song. I don't know exactly how it goes, but it was, no, just no. On another note, now that it's the end of the day, it's time to take off all this. I'm gonna be honest, in the light, the base looks better than I expected it to. Like, it doesn't look as oily. My nose did get very oily, like that, like literally, so gross. Everything else I think stayed together pretty well, so not a bad makeup routine, not bad at all. Wiped off, my skin does feel really dry, so I'm gonna go get my cleanser and I'm gonna go get my milky toner and my moisturizer and use that to finish off the night. So this is the Bioma Milky Moisture Cleanser. So it's both hydrating and is supposed to be a barrier booster, which I kind of need. I've got much better skin than I had in high school, but I used to break out so much. Like, I would have giant pimples everywhere, and it was just bad. So the directions say to put it on dry skin, and then let it, like, not sit, but I guess what essentially would be like the equivalent of foaming up. I feel like I'm putting on sunscreen. And then it says to rinse off. I think the word is emulsify. Is that what it says? Yes. No. Massage into dry skin, slow circular motions, add water to emulsify and rinse thoroughly. So the water will emulsify. But yeah, it literally feels like I have sunscreen on right now. So rinse it off my hands. And now that I did that, I can see like whatever leftover makeup comes out. So I could still feel like there was stuff on like my forehead or like near my hairline that I couldn't get to. So it's kind of good to end off with like cleanser after wearing so much makeup all day. And then I'll go in with my Milky Toner. This one, I just put it on my hands and then pat it into my, or like rub and pat into my face. I mainly see people using this before makeup as both like moisturizing hydration, but also to eliminate like redness and stuff, because I guess it evens out your skin tone. And just since it's like hydrating, it eliminates redness, so gets rid of the inflammation on your face. Now don't quote me on that, that's just my assumption. But I'm assuming if you have redness on your face, it's from some form of irritation or inflammation. So yeah, but I really like this. It just feels super like thin, and it doesn't make me feel like I have a thick layer of like oil on my face. That's one of the things I don't really like about like sunscreens, is it feels like I'm putting a giant thing of like butter on my face a lot of the time. So that's the Milky Toner. I'm gonna let that dry. I don't have my little hand fan, unfortunately. And I never used to be a skincare person, but it's kind of nice. I will always claim that it's a hassle, but it's good to get into healthy habits rather than not doing anything at all. So part of the whole vlog today was I didn't do 10,000 steps like I wanted my summer goal to be, but I did go for a pretty decently long walk, and that was really nice. So it's just good to get out and like get some steps in, especially with like finals week. I felt like I was sitting or like laying in bed so much that I need to take summer to not be like crazy active. I'm not paying for a gym membership. I have weights here and I can go walk or jog or whatever, but I feel like I should definitely make up for how disgusting I felt during finals, where I was like literally laying in bed for hours. I feel like no one should ever be doing that. It just never feels good. I can understand if you need time to like recharge and you want your recharge to be like while you're on your phone, but even I need to like break that habit of being on my phone as a recharge, because I feel like you can have much better habits, like going on a walk. I do like walking, it's just I feel like it's a waste of time sometimes, or I could be doing something better, but I just need to change my mindset so that the walking is the something better. Yeah, it's the end of my little cleanup, skincare, unwind. Now I'm just gonna get in bed. I'm kind of waiting for my iPad to airdrop my makeup tutorial, or my makeup routine, not tutorial, to my MacBook Air. So I'm gonna knock all this stuff off. See, I pulled that move in Baldur's Gate too. I gotta say, pretty effective. And then I put that over there because it makes me feel like I have someone next to me, sort of. Also prevents me from like completely going across the bed because I don't really need that much space. And now, never wear socks in bed. People who do that are psychotic. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Time to just relax and unwind. I forgot my remotes by the TV. What's kind of crazy is from this point, it took me like 10 to 15 minutes to choose something to watch. It was, yeah, I'm really indecisive. And I feel like I've watched so many things that there wasn't much for me to watch. We are officially in bed. See, this is the shade that Mother Mary would wear. Let me just like, do y'all like see this low-key? Like, and then like Jesus is like holding her face or something. Like, I feel like I'm about to be put in like 50,000 cathedral paintings. Cathedrals? Yeah, that's what the big churches are. Yes. Okay, maybe not with those little hairs sticking out, but I feel like Mother Mary. I look like her. This is crazy. After that, I ended up trying to edit just a little bit, and I gave up around 1 or 2 a.m. I had Anora on in the background, which is a pretty crazy movie. I didn't finish it off, but wow. I mean, acting, awesome. Great acting. As you can see, I think I'm gonna make the new outro thing. It's just gonna be a picture of my dog every single time. He deserves the attention, he deserves the love, he deserves to be valued and cherished and admired. So that's the end of this video for today, and I will work on the next one. Thank you.